On a crisp October night in 1967, the quiet village of Shag Harbour, Nova Scotia, was shaken by a sight no one could explain. A UFO glowing with strange orange lights, streaking through the sky before crashing into the dark waters of the harbour. What followed was a frantic search, government investigations, and an enduring mystery that has puzzled experts and believers for decades. Was it a downed aircraft? A military experiment gone wrong? Or could it have been an extraterrestrial craft? Tonight, IOUFH will investigate this bizarre and compelling case. A story of credible witnesses, unexplained phenomena, and a mystery that refuses to stay submerged. Prepare to explore the truth behind the Shag Harbour Incident.
It's only up from here! Welcome back, everyone, to another IOUFH Investigates. Today, it's my story, and we're going to be looking into the incident in Canada of the underwater UFO.
Sounds shit, but...
Okay, well, this is technically our third one. We lost one of them. It's a mystery, let's just say.
We're gonna have to go... You guys can investigate it yourselves.
I deleted it. Mystery solved. This is fucking the mystery. Okay, let's get into it. The date is October 4th, 1967. In the remote village of Shag Harbour, Nova Scotia, locals are winding down for the night when an eerie sight captures their attention. A cluster of glowing orange lights streaking across the sky.
I have a question. Why the fuck do they call it Shag Harbour? Like
Shag, I'm not gonna lie.
Like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, or like people fuck there?
In Newfoundland, actually. Mm-hmm. There's a place in Newfoundland called Dildo.
Yeah,
that's a real place. My brother actually went there, and he has a hoodie from it. Mm-hmm. So Jimmy Kimmel went there actually.
Oh, to Dildo?
Dildo in Newfoundland.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of gay.
Do you think I'm making it up? It's a real place.
I believe you, but it's just a funny name to name, funny place to name like.
Hey man, people got their preferences. A cluster of glowing orange lights streaking across the sky. Within minutes, the lights plummeted into the dark waters of the harbor, leaving witnesses stunned and searching for explanations. The 1960s were a hotbed of UFO activity, with reports of strange lights and aerial phenomena capturing public imagination around the world. In Canada, the Shag Harbour Incident stands out due to the credibility of its witnesses and the involvement of government agencies. The fishing village of Shag Harbour was home to fewer than 500 residents at the time. Many of those present on the fateful night were seasoned fishermen and local authorities, accustomed to observing the skies and seas with a practiced eye. Their accounts therefore carried significant weight when the mystery began to unfold. Here's a timeline of events. 11:20, multiple residents including Lori Wickens and several friends spot 4 orange lights hovering in the night sky. The lights flash in sequence before descending at a sharp 45-degree angle. Moments later, a loud bang is heard as the lights hit the water, approximately 300 meters from shore. Witnesses rush to the shoreline, where they observe a strange yellowish foam spreading across the water's surface.
But did the alien come or some shit? Like,
what do you mean? It's a ship. It's a ship going underwater.
Yellowish foam? Oh.
Like it's like. I guess when it hit the water, maybe it's just like it like
foamed up.
Maybe it's like some like
the water. The alien was like, oh.
I think it's like maybe like they're saying it's like toxic to the water, or like or maybe it was like bubbles, but the lights made it look like yellowish.
Yellow. Oh, okay,
maybe. Okay. Shortly after, believing an aircraft has crashed, locals contact the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the RCMP, and launch. I don't know why I said that. And launch boats to search for survivors. The object's descent and the subsequent crash were witnessed by multiple independent observers, including fishermen, police officers, and an airline pilot flying in the area. Maybe it was the fucking alien.
Fuck the alien, bro.
What the fuck? He's gonna come for us, bro.
He's gonna come for us.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay. Investigation and evidence. The initial response to the crash was swift and collaborative. The RCMP, joined by local fishermen, launched boats into the harbor to search for survivors or debris. Despite their efforts, they found no signs of wreckage or human remains, only the mysterious foam lingering on the water's surface. Recognizing the unusual nature of this incident, the Canadian military was called in to assist. Divers were deployed to search the seabed for evidence of a downed aircraft or other anomalies. After days of investigation, officials reported that nothing had been found, no aircraft were missing, and no civilian or military flights were reported in the area at the time of the crash. Okay, now to the theories. First of all, if we go any farther, The reason I chose this story is because my grandpa, he lived in Newfoundland, in a smaller place, and he has the same exact story. So he was pretty much telling me, this is like my dad told me it too. He was a fisherman, right? So him, my great uncle, and I think one of his other brothers, right? Like my grandpa, his brother, and then whatever. And they were fishing. It was like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. And they're fishing, and then they see this thing. And then they're like going back home, and they see it, and it stops in front of them. This like, he says it's like a UFO. And it sees them. And then like when a plane would go over, it would go underwater. The lights would turn off, and it would go underwater, just like this. And then when the plane would go, it would come back up. And when they try and leave, it would go in front of them and just sit in front of them, hovering. And he's told me this story. And he said afterward too, that after it happened, he actually was like, people wanted to interview him. I think it was also like a Canadian agency as well, but he didn't want to do it because he was like, he didn't want to get involved in any of that. But that's why I chose it. Do I believe it?
What if it was like an underwater drone?
Motherfucker, the shit was huge, bro. How would he's like a drone. It was like 1970 or some shit. Like, and it was like, and he tells it, the story does not change. When there was a plane, it would go underwater, and it was like crazy. And he said like that whole day he was messed up because like he was trying to get home because after like you want to go early to get the lobster and stuff like that, and it happened nearby this location, and so I believe it. But let's get into the theories. Theory 1, natural phenomena. One of the most straightforward explanations is that the lights were a natural occurrence. Skeptics suggest that the event could have been caused by a meteor shower or atmospheric phenomena, such as St. Elmo's fire, which creates a glowing effect in the sky under certain weather conditions. Evidence supporting this theory, the 1960s saw multiple reports of meteors entering Earth's atmosphere. Bright flashing lights and a rapid descent are consistent with meteor activity. But the counter-arguments, witnesses describe the lights as moving in a controlled, coordinated pattern, unlike meteors or natural light phenomena. The loud crash and yellowish foam in the water are inconsistent with meteor impacts. I think theory 1 is bullshit.
Why?
Because fuck this theory, man. I believe my grandpa. Fuck these fucking skeptics. You know what I say to them?
Nah.
Fuck those fucking guys. Theory 1 out the window. Theory 2, military operation or experiment. Another possibility is that the object was a classified military aircraft or submarine that malfunctioned. Both Canadian and US military forces were active in the region during the Cold War, and some speculate the crash involved a secret project. Evidence supporting this theory, the government's immediate involvement and the deployment of military divers suggests a heightened level of concern. Shag Harbour's proximity to military installations could explain unusual activity.
So the RCMP was diving in that shit?
Well, the military, because they had a base by there, so then, like, as soon as they're, like, the police were, like, checking it out, and they're like, yo, call the military, and they're like, yeah, we got you, so they start diving for it.
What if they dive and, like, the fucking UFO just kills them or some shit?
That should probably, like, if it's aliens, right, think about this, they probably are going billions, like, they're going deep as hell, because no one's gonna find them, because this fucking diver from the university.
Yeah, but, like, they're aliens, so why the fuck would they go on? Like, that's the worst place.
That's the best place. If I'm going in the sky, everything's detecting me. It's a military base, so they're gonna see, like, oh shit, it's a fucking, like, there's a UFO right here, get them, right? You wanna, like, you're gonna go underwater, and it's probably going underwater, going far away to the middle ocean, then shooting back up to its, like, homeland, like, maybe, like,
fucking Shag Harbour, it's its homeland.
No, it's probably checking them out, being like, yo, what are these dudes on? And bro, I believe that this is also bullshit. No, it actually could be military. Why do you think
it's bullshit?
Because, bro, I believe my grandpa, and the time matches up too. And why would he lie to me? He has dementia, but he would never lie to me before that.
No, you're right.
Of course.
Yeah, you're right.
They got to him.
They got to him.
Theory 3, extraterrestrial. Theory 3, extraterrestrial. Theory 3, aliens.
Fuck, man.
For many UFO enthusiasts, the Shag Harbour incident represents a close encounter with an extraterrestrial spacecraft. The behavior of the lights, the apparent crash into the water, and the lack of conventional explanations make this theory particularly compelling. Evidence supporting this theory? Me. Next, Witnesses unanimously described the lights as displaying intelligent behavior, moving in sequence before descending at an angle into the water. No human-made craft or meteorite was reported missing or found, leaving the object's origin unexplained. Counter-argument. I'm not gonna read that shit, because fuck those counter-arguments. Theory 4. Actually, I'll read it, fuck it. Counter-arguments. The absence of physical evidence such as debris or material linked to extraterrestrial technology weakens the case for this theory. Obviously, because if you can't... Man, get the fuck out of here. That counter-argument's dog shit, because, we couldn't find it, so that means it doesn't exist. If it's an alien, those motherfuckers won't be found. We're on to you. Skeptics... fuck off. Skeptics argue that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, which the Shag Harbour incident lacks. Fuck the skeptics. On to theory 4.
Fuck that niggas.
Yeah, those motherfuckers don't know shit. Hoax or misinterpretation. A minority of skeptics propose that Shag Harbour incident may have been a hoax or an exaggerated interpretation of
that shit. A minority of skeptics, like that's a small percentage of the skeptics believe that. So bro, what the fuck, that shit.
I know, it is kind of shit, right?
Because that's a small percent of a huge, a decent population.
But if I was really looking at this with no previous bias, it could bring people there. But let's read on. We'll figure this out. A minority of skeptics propose that the Shag Harbour incident may have been a hoax or an exaggerated interpretation of mundane events. In this view, witnesses could have mistaken fishing lights, aircraft flares, or other man-made sources for something extraordinary. Evidence supporting this theory, the lack of physical evidence or radar confirmation could point out to an overreaction or misidentification. Inconsistencies in eyewitness accounts may suggest embellishment or counterarguments. The number of credible witnesses, including RCMP officers and airline pilots, reduces the likelihood of a coordinated hoax. The described crash, foam, and subsequent investigation suggests something tangible occurred. Again, my theory is right. What do you think so far? What theory out of all of those I read, which one do you believe? As your professional UFH investigation knowledge.
Wait, I couldn't even see you fucking threw away half of the fucking theory.
You know which ones I'm talking about.
So,
you think it's military? Mm-hmm. Do you think it's a hoax?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's an extraterrestrial craft?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think it's a what's the fuck the other one? The first one was bullshit. They lied out our name.
Maybe military, to be honest. It's right next to a military base, right?
That's true.
So but a bunch of military ship.
So you think it was a military ship?
Maybe.
But you still think a ship was
submarine.
there?
Maybe it's a submarine.
No, but it was floating.
Floating in the water, or just floating
I'm pretty
above
sure
water. Could just be some shitty ass submarine.
But they saw lights and shit, and it made a sound like it crashed. So how could a submarine in water already crash?
Maybe it was because
it didn't hit shore, because then they would have saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
think it's probably some military shit.
It could be that
because that's the only thing that would make sense.
That's true.
I'm looking at it from a logical standpoint.
Yeah.
Without any external factors.
That's true. Yeah.
You know the military.
So you're calling my grandpa a liar. While natural phenomena and military activity remain plausible explanations, the absence of definitive evidence leaves room for speculation about extraterrestrial involvement. With no debris or clear answers, the Shag Harbour incident endures as one of the most puzzling UFO cases. Current status: to this day, the Shag Harbour incident remains unsolved, despite extensive underwater searches and ongoing investigations by civilian UFO researchers. No definitive evidence has been uncovered. The event continues to be a focus for UFO enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Modern efforts, including advanced sonar scans and interviews with surviving witnesses, aim to shed new light on the mystery. However, the true nature of what crashed into Shag Harbour that night remains elusive. The Shag Harbour incident is now a celebrated part of Canadian folklore. The small village embraces its unique history, hosting an annual UFO festival and maintaining...
That sounds so...
What do you mean?
Annual UFO festival?
Yeah, but that's not that bad.
Oh, a fucking UFO.
Yeah, but it's kind of like
Get a fucking like life.
No, but I feel like it can make sense. So like, if let's just say like you're a small town, and it probably brings in money and stuff like that. There's probably like some place where it's like,
what type of money does an animal UFO ship?
people will come there just for a UFO. Like, think about the Stampede, right? People go there for that.
Yeah, but like, how many people compare Stampede, right, to a fucking?
Oh, this
UFO
probably gets more than the Stampede.
No.
I was there.
You actually?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
I was there.
You was there? What did you do there?
Man, I found the UFO.
You found the UFO? Like, you're like, oh, yo, what the fuck, yo, Tanner?
That's why. That's Theory 6.
Tanner found the UFO?
Yeah, the fuck out. The case has also been featured in documentaries, books, and UFO investigations worldwide, keeping the story alive for new generations. More broadly, the incident underscores humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown. Whether the lights were meteorites, military experiments, or visitors from another world, the Shag Harbour Incident invites us to question what really happened in the quiet waters of Shag Harbour. Thank you guys for watching. It's only up from here, and catch us on the next mystery where IOUFH will investigate. Thank you for watching.